The late adopter. Late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Bitcoin Daily. Every day, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Central European Time on the dollar. We gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin and our altcoins, Luna, Anchor Protocol, and all of these things that are dumping down by 100%, you know, during the week. Are we going to zero? We are not going to zero on Bitcoin, but definitely on Luna and Anchor Protocol. I don't actually know if we are going to zero, but it does look very bad. It does look very bad. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see what's happening with its CPI numbers today. What people might expect, and so forth, so forth. How's everybody doing in the chat right now? Decentralized, what's up? Human Capital Stock Boy, they are killing Luna. Wow, yeah, actually they are indeed killing Luna. And Anchor Protocol as well, if you haven't noticed that. I don't know how these two are correlated, but people are also talking about CVX is also being, you know, targeted. But, you know, they say that, you know, a lot of this is locked. So, you know, they cannot drain the stuff. We're gonna see that. Hold on, Duke One finished his coffee about to press a button, I think, to save all Luna holes. I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, man. Nah, mate, we have crossover buy sell ratio taking out the lows highly likely today, 26-28k. We'll see, we'll see. Good morning, Shift J. Equilbrin mode on. Good morning, old Brian. Hey, maybe this is the bottom. Maybe. Luna's still going down. I think I you know, drew some support levels on Luna at 13.4 and that got broken. But next level is 6, you know, 0.5, I think. So we're gonna see how we get to that. Hope you're all safe out there, Jordy. Don't know what. One hasn't made a tweet in hours while he likes he's being killed root and steam. Yeah, the Quan is, you know, doing stuff. Batch Guitar is in the chat. Good morning. TI Gang, how you doing? Bridge Cable, good morning. The Santa Plan, it's almost as if you have to do a lot of research before launching a financial ecosystem. I think they did a lot of research, but you know, people are smart and always find a way to abuse the system. So there is that. Colton, Brian, feels good green. Luna to 01. There is too much you know, spam in the chat. Let me see here. Captain, Simply Human, Mark, you know, Mohammed. How's everybody doing? I cannot read the entire chat right now. We are George. Shame on you. Yeah, by the way, guys, I wonder about one thing. Is George holding a lot of Luna? That's what I want to know, because he seemed kind of, what are you gonna say? He seemed kind of grumpy a little bit when I saw him on Twitter. You know, he's using the F word on Twitter and stuff like that. So I'm guessing he is down a lot on Luna. You know, because I think he was a big proponent of Luna. Don't you guys think? Mad. Yo. Stepco cannot stabilize another crypto. It needs the dollar to stabilize. I'm all in for crypto, by the way. Yes, he's holding a ton of it. Yeah, George is holding a bag. So yeah, it did seem a little bit, you know, grumpy on Twitter. So I'm guessing, you know, something is happening there. Bags are heavy, Elmo. Bags are heavy. Yeah, I'm guessing when you're holding that much money, you know. And George, you know, he does have, you know, a little bit of care, so, you know. I don't believe it was only pegging issue. I believe it was internally coordinated pull the rug. Did anyone have a look at monthly chart before crashing after 800x? It wasn't 800x. It was actually 1000x. It went from 0.1 at the bottom all the way to the top to 100k. You know, $100 plus. That's over 1000x. Over 1000x. So yeah, but there are other coins that are doing, you know, 1000x and they are not, you know, rugging. But you know, it could be a rug. It could be, you know, a rug. Yes, he mentioned a few hours ago he was holding on to his Luna no matter what. So I don't know how Luna is gonna, you know, survive this, what's gonna happen and stuff like that. You know, I'm not into that. I've read a lot of articles about the attack, how it's been, you know, done and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm not really the guy to, you know, explain what's happening over here. So I'm just gonna take a step back and show you the chart and show you how all of the support lines are just getting wrecked right down on Luna and Anchor Protocol as well. Till on Twitter you said this is the end of the bear market, not starting. Of course, yes, it's the end of bear, but it's gonna last. End of the bear market doesn't end by, you know, one candle and it's over. I mean, it's gonna take a month's time, but this is the last phase of the bear market. Before we start, guys, this is the end of the bear market. I'm still believing that 100%. You washed your hair finally, man. Yeah, I did wash my hair. Nice and fluffy right now. Guys, this is the end of the bear market. This is the end of the bear market. It does look bad, but it's a capitulation phase. You see what's happening on the charts. You see how much FUD there is. Everything is dropping. People are in constant fear. Panic levels, extreme fear. This is it, guys. This is it. You've survived this. You survived the bear market, technically. Right? And for everybody who's been here for a long time, you know, thanks for sticking around through the bear market. It's been interesting, you know, to tell the least. But right now we have to focus to get through this. We don't know where the bottom is gonna be exactly. We think it's gonna be between 23 and 26, but you see how this is developing. You know, there is a huge amount of fear, and you know, the prices are being pushed down. Bitcoin cannot get above anything. It's getting rejected by everything. But it is the last pit stop before we enter accumulation phase, and then we go up, right? So it is the last pit stop. I also see a lot of very bad both tweets and you know, posts on internet about people losing a lot of money, and I do feel sorry for everybody that's doing it, because a lot of these hodlers that have been hodling, you know, these altcoins forever, right now going through capitulation phase after already being down 50-60% down, you know, and some of those people are doing leverage as well, so they're getting liquidated, they're losing their houses, they're losing their money. I feel sorry for them, because I'm sorry guys, but you know, capitulation phase is that kind of phase. That's what it is there to do. It is there to, you know, clean the market, and then after the market is clean out of everybody, then we can actually move higher. But it's really sad, because there is a lot of people who are going through very rough time, and if anybody of you are going through the rough time, you know, it's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be okay. I've been there myself. I did not lose the house or anything like that, but I lose my entire account before, which was quite heavy. And you know, but you know, you bounce back, you find a way out, you know, and you move on. You gotta understand there is always a way out. There is always a new day. The markets are not going anywhere. The new 1000x's will come every single year. Doesn't matter. The new markets will open. The new investments will start. The new exploration and research will come around. You know, technology will, you know, grow and grow. There will definitely be time to make more money. Even if you go down to 0 cents, you will ask your mom for 10 bucks, and you'll grow that 10 bucks by 1000, and then do 1000x and 1000x and 5 times in a row, and you're gonna be a billionaire, right? So that's sad, guys. It's gonna be okay, but this is the last phase, and once we get through this, it's over. You can see here on the fear and greed index right now, yesterday we were on 10, right now we are on 12. Right now we are on 12. And everyone was worried about Tether. Thank you. Hello, Luna. Yeah. So right now we are still in extreme fear 12, and these fear levels can persist for a while. And I'm guessing these fear levels will persist through entire capitulation phase. So you know, I'm expecting this to stay, you know, below 20 for a very long time. If you look here on the max up here, you'll see that last capitulation down here, that was in down here. This was the capitulation around December 2018. You can see here that we sticked around, you know, between 20 and 10, you know, for a month's time. I think there was a month's time over here that we are at these bottom levels. You know, these things happen, and right now we are just right there. Right now we are at 12. Yesterday we were at 10, but these very low fear levels can persist for time. So I'm guessing it's gonna persist for, you know, a couple of weeks, a month's time, give or take. And you know, there will be a lot of FUDing. There will be a lot of FUDing. So if you're a hodler, it's really hard to hodl because there is a lot of FUD during these kind of phases. Everything is dropping big time, and there is a lot of fake FUD. Meaning, you know, if you are, because when people are in fear, they try to search for some comfort. So they are looking for articles, they are looking for some kind of hopium, anything they can find. Unfortunately, in these times, since there is so much FUD, they find only bad articles, bad news, and you know, the panic grows even more. You know, the fear grows even more, and they are like, there's no way coming out of this, we are going to zero. So that's why I'm saying, once we start getting to these 23, 25 levels, when we are technically at the bottom, there will still be, you know, FUD and fear going on, and people will, you know, think it's just gonna go down, because people don't get hopes up until they see the green candles going towards upside. You know, and like the surplus up, keep at it, you're gonna make it, because I mean, if you get through this, you got through everything. This is the capitulation phase. I know people saying this is the bear market starting. It's not starting, this is ending bear market. So what are we gonna start talking about, Bitcoin or Luna? Let's say first quick word about Bitcoin, because I think, you know, it's Bitcoin daily, so we're gonna talk about Bitcoin, then we're gonna talk a little bit about Luna and see what's happening there. And over here we had very nice, let's go to the 4-hourly time frame so you can see this better. What time is it? 9:12. We got like 30 minutes left, because after that, you know, wife is gonna go, so I have to watch the kids. What do we see here? Over here we had a very special resistance here at 31.7 and 32.2 up here at the top. I also posted this on Twitter yesterday, Twitter and other places as well. But up here you can see the same image up here posted, and I said if it falls below previous low at 30k, I expect immediately more downside. So what's happening over here is that we went through very important level of support, 31.7, 32.2. That's right over here. You can see here how this candle came right up there on the top of that top of the support and then fell through. So this was going slowly downside until the very important support, and then has blasted through the support, and you can see this move towards the upside over here, failed to get back above the support, and right now got rejected, and it got pretty big time rejected over here. It was also trying to get back up in above that resistance. It's still failing to get above the resistance, and right now it's going on the way down. Now what I'm assuming is going to happen here, also if you look at this on 1-hourly time frame, you'll see that there was some kind of triangle up here which failed, went down at the bottom, try to get back up here, and, you know, rejected again towards downside. So this looks more and more likely that we are gonna fall below this 30k support right now that we have down here at the bottom. You can see this on the 4-hourly time frame. That's why I say if we go back below 30k, I expect a bigger move towards downside down here again. So over here, this is a very bad thing that's happening right now. This triangle did fail towards downside. We failed to get back inside the triangle right now, still going on the downside. This can be created still, you know, it on 1-hourly it does look like, you know, there was some kind of double bottom here, but we still gotta get a, you know, you can see that this middle point up here, the resistance is up here at 32,000. So if we want any kind of double bottom, doesn't matter if that's on 1-hourly or 4-hourly time frame, we gotta get above the 32,000 right now, and right now it does not look that likely, Hopefully we are still not below 30,000. This can still be some kind of double bottom on the 4-hourly time frame. Once we get down here again, you know, maybe do something like that and go up. So, you know, I'm not calling off this yet. You know, I'm not saying still that we are gonna dump, but if we start closing on the 4-hourly time frame, this is a 4-hour time frame, below 30,000 on the downside, I can expect, and I would expect this actually to continue going towards the downside. We are in definitely this. There is no other way to say this capitulation. You know, this very strong downtrend that's happening right now, and it doesn't look like it will be able to, you know, just jump back up, because all the resistances are getting rejected. All of the resistance is getting rejected. Small time frames, you get above something, but as soon as you get above something, there is next one and it just kicks you back down again. So this looks very bad for Bitcoin. This looks very bad for everything. I expect everything to continue dumping on the downside. So this is definitely not any kind of good look. Now we do see that, you know, for example, Dow Jones. This is Dow Jones right now. Dow Jones has, you know, been bleeding on the downside for a long time. If you look at it on a weekly time frame, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red candles in a row, just like Bitcoin over here. So there might be some kind of pump up here, you know. I think maybe next week, because we are pretty far into this week already right now. But, you know, eventually we need to have some kind of pullback, some kind of consolidation phase or something like that. This is Dow Jones. This S&P 500 is the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red candles in a row, but we are getting a little bit extended on the downside. This can definitely continue dumping, but you know, some kind of consolidation could be nice. And the same thing is happening on the Bitcoin up here. I'm gonna show you what is it. Let's go to 4-hourly time frame up here. The same thing is happening now. Let's go to the, which chart are we gonna use? This chart is fine. This chart fine. This is the weekly chart of Bitcoin over here. You can see here also on Bitcoin right now, we got 7 red candles in a row, you know, so some kind of, you know, some kind of movement towards the upside could be nice. These are exponential moving average. I'm sorry about that. I should never have used them, but, you know, yesterday I was actually checking stuff when somebody was saying, I was actually looking at CoinSkid video. He was talking about 55 exponential moving average, and I had to check where that is. So, you know, that's why I have exponential moving averages on the screen, but I'm sorry, I never do that. We don't do EMAs over here. We don't do EMAs. You can see our regular moving averages are looking a lot nicer. Now, you know, we are expecting some kind of some kind of weekly move towards upside, relief rally, that cat bounce, something like that, but it's not coming just yet, guys. It's not coming just yet, unfortunately, and I'm gonna show you about this in a second over here. And as you can see here, we are definitely right now still going on the downside. So this relief rally, I don't think it's still in. It can be, but I think we need, you know, to pump above 32,000 up here and maybe to see some kind of higher levels. You see that we put some kind of resistance level here at 34, 36, 37,000, and you know, we are hoping that, you know, eventually we might get above these levels, but you know, we kind of on this move we kind of failed that and we went right back down. So I'm looking right now to break this 30k level and continue more downside, unfortunately, I'm thinking more downside is at play over here, but we need still to get back below the 30,000. There is one thing that everybody was talking about before this dump over here on the downside. Let's go to the daily time frame up here. Maybe this was a chart. This Justin Mammy's sentiment cycle that we've been watching and, you know, studying a little bit up here. So you'll see that this Justin Mammy's cycle, let me just, you know, rearrange it a little bit up here. Can you see this? Yes, nicely. So you can see this Justin Mammy's cycle from, you know, top up here to the bottom. It is playing out. It is playing out, you know, this top, you know, it went down, some kind of shaky, and then we had this move towards the upside. Up here we move towards the upside, and then we had this move towards downside down, and this was supposed to be some kind of version, and we said, you know, okay, that's a version, and then this is the best stuff, you know, it goes up here and it says denial, you know, if and I said if we go back up here, there's no denial, man, we're going to, you know, 100k already. But you know, as you can see here, this sentiment, Justin Mammy's sentiment cycle did fail us, and we are right now continuing downside. So this Justin Mammy's sentiment cycle is not, you know, right now in the books right now. So that's what's happening with Bitcoin right now. We are looking like we are gonna continue dumping on the downside, so that's not, you know, that's not playing out well. Luna is down 67%, guys. Luna is down 67%. Insane moves every single day. It just dropping straight down. There is literally no, you can see here I actually put supports on the charts, you know, in any kind of normal scenario, in any kind of normal move, you would see some kind of, you know, stoppage up here, or, you know, move down a little bit up, whatever, right? But technical analysis doesn't work on these kind of stuffs. The same thing goes in traditional markets. When you have some kind of news that hits some kind of company and says like, okay, the company is insolvent, company is this, company that, when there is a huge selling pressure, they don't care about support lines, they don't care about support lines, just care about getting out. They don't care about level. Just sell, get out. You can see here the same thing is happening over here. It just doesn't care about any kind of support. It just dropping right down again, right down. So I don't know how this is correlated with the USD. I don't know how this correlated with the USD and how this is actually working, but what I do see on the charts and what we can, you know, interpret from the charts is that people don't care about sports, and when people don't care about sports, that's a very, very bad sign. You'll often see, you know, big companies, you know, doing something like, you know, waterfall towards the downside, and that means that people don't care about sports. They care about getting out. They care about getting out, and this is, you know, people are just, you know, a huge selling pressure on Luna. Either that's from, you know, hodlers or panic sellers, or maybe Luna Foundation that's actually selling to, you know, keep the peg. What's actually happening over here, I do not know. What I do know is that supports are not respected. Not a tiny bit. This looks bearish as F, and it does look like it's falling more towards downside. The same thing goes for another protocol over here, that's Anchor Protocol. Anchor Protocol is down 60% right now. You can see here the same thing is happening with the Anchor Protocol, but everybody's talking about Luna because Luna is the main suspect in this dump right now. But Anchor Protocol is doing the same thing. It's dumping down right now 60% on the downside, and how they are correlated, what's actually happening here, I do not know. Again, I say I do not know. I do not understand mechanics behind the dump. I understand there was a tech. They're abusing the mechanics of Luna and USD to, you know, make money, and I get that. And how this was actually set up, it looks like it failed. Whether this was an inside job or not inside job, I don't know. Somebody said in the chat that this was a Ponzi that went 1000x and right now it's dumping. I wouldn't call it Ponzi, you know, and I'll show you that. Let's see here. Here's a very good meme. So the good thing about capitulation phase, you get all these very nice memes, guys. You get all these very nice memes. Sick of people calling everything in crypto a Ponzi. Some crypto projects are pump and dump schemes, while others are pyramid schemes. Others are just standard issue fraud. Maybe that's Luna. Others are just middlemen scheming off the top. Stop glossing over diversity in the industry. You know, there's all kinds of, you know, different types of, you know, scams in crypto. You know, not everything is a Ponzi. Some are pump and dump, some are pyramids, you know. So, you know, don't, you know, say that everything is equally bad, and of course, this are good for memes, because there is a lot of good memes being created. Of course, what I've learned today: one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin, one Dogecoin is one Dogecoin, and $1 is 70 cents. I mean, memes are just being created, you know, on the fly. That said, before we look at this, we're gonna look at this. This is DeFi Llama, and if you read about it, they are is largest TVL aggregator for DeFi. They track over 800 DeFi protocols from 80 different blockchains. What you're gonna see here, what's happening right now, is that, you know, total value locked is 151 billion. And you can see right now, ever since the top up here, I mean, we right now are dumping straight down. People are pulling money out of these DeFi protocols, definitely. And, you know, at the top here, we are at some kind of 250 billion. Right now, we are 150 billion, but still going down. So the dump is definitely legit. And the DeFi protocols are suffering. You can see down here right now that, for example, Anchor down here, you know, in the last day is down 34% in the protocol, in the TVL. And where is yeah, and what is Anchor protocol as well? I don't know where it is. But you can see 7-day change as well here. Lido is down, for example, 40%. There is Anchor protocol minus 70%, minus 35 on Anchor protocol down here. And yeah, that was actually what I was actually referring to. But you can see that everything is kind of red. You know, people are pulling out money. You know, it's kind of bad times. New Anchor buys would be paying the 20 for existing hold. That was going to fail eventually. Anchor is connected because there were tons of. I'm not taking this. You know, you are more important than my phone call. USD Luna was staked and held. People are pulling their Luna USD out of Anchor, this causing Anchor to crash too. Yeah, so yeah, it's a chain reaction right now that's happening. You know, it's starting with Luna and USD, and it's spreading around. So, you know, we're gonna see how much this spreads around and where it stops. I don't think it's gonna, you know, the Bitcoin is gonna fall down because, you know, it's capitulation, but everything else right now, you know, this is going down 151%. That said, today, so you can see right now that, you know, Luna falling down and it's pulling stuff other. So, you know, I'm definitely wouldn't touch, you know, Anchor protocol, Luna or USD or anything like that, because I've seen a lot of people doing a high leverage on Luna right now. Where is Luna up here? Luna right now minus 70%. High leverage on Luna. They're shorting. Somebody's longing, you know, taking, you know, a little bit towards the upside. But, you know, there is definitely huge money to be made, but it's such a volatile right now market that this is just dumping on downside. Now, of course, shorts can be quite interesting, and they can, you know, 10x short, you know, 70% down. That's gonna get you some big money, right? But the problem is, if you are not on the dollar, if you do not respect the lines, because there is very hard, it's very hard to find some kind of support, right? If you are not watching, you know, minute by minute, you're gonna get liquidated, guys. You can get liquidated, because this can turn around and pump 30% in, you know, a couple of minutes. And if you are not watching every single minute this chart over here, you can get liquidated. You will lose everything. Like, it's so fast. Of course, big money are being made on the volatile markets, but it's such a risky business. Such a risky business. So, you know, I was actually thinking, man, the Luna is down like 90%. Like, I don't know how much is down right now, but like, let's see how much is down, you know, from the all-time high right now. Up here, all-time high 219, right now down to something like, it was down 95%. Like every normal I mean, it's down 95. Let me buy some of that. Let me buy. I mean, you buy and then it goes like 2 times up. I was actually thinking that last night, well, I can just buy Luna. This attack is gonna be over, you know, sooner or later, and it's gonna pump a little bit. You know, you can double your money. You know what I'm saying? And then it dumped like 60% today. You understand what I'm saying? When you have something that's 95% down, it does not mean that it's gonna pump. It can dump again another 95% on the downside. It can always dump another 94%. I don't think people understand that. When something is down 95%, it can dump another 95% from the moment you buy. So it can always dump more. Remember that. Okay, let's move on. Today is a very important day. Today is the CPI numbers. Consumer Price Index report. Expected show inflation has already peaked. So they're expect today, you know, these CPI numbers, Consumer Price Index, you know, how much, you know, the stuff is being, you know, bought for and stuff like that, you know, is going up or down. So their CPI is expected to rise 0.2 in April, 8.1 on annual basis compared to 1.2 monthly increase April year on year March. So they're expecting to actually go a little bit down. So we're gonna see how this actually gonna play out. Whether, you know, so the only thing you need to know is what is expected if it goes above it or goes below it. Now what I'm gonna tell you here is a little bit controversial, and as you saw on the Fed interest rate press conference, it was good news. It was good news. You know, they said, no, we're not gonna rise by 0.75, you know, we're just gonna stay at 0.5. So we did get what we did expect, and the market reacted, but for one day and then right back down again. In strong downtrend, strong market, where we are in some kind of recession, when we are dropping towards downside, this can happen. Doesn't matter what kind of news you get. All the good news do not matter in the bear market. The same way the bad news do not matter in the bull market. So when you're having a bull market, you can have a lot of bad news. Nobody cares. Price just keeps on rising towards upside. On the other hand, in the bear market, you can have a lot of good news and it doesn't matter. Price still goes down. I read that all the time here on this Norwegian paper. This is Finansavisen, this Norwegian paper, and all the time there is like, okay, here is the company, you know, it presented good numbers, you know, year to year is going up, you know, profits are rising, they got new contracts, but it's down 10% today. Where is the logic in that? Where is the logic in that, right? So the logic is, in bearish markets, some companies might be doing well, economy as a whole or a market as a whole goes down and up, right? And it pulls everything with it. So I don't think these CPI numbers that we are expecting right now is going to have any kind of effect on the market. It might push it a little bit towards upside, but overall I think it might push it on downside. If it's worse than expected, it's just going to, you know, crash it down. You know, crash it down, right down, you know. So what's gonna actually happen here with inflation? Not quite sure about that, but we'll see, But there was a 9gag post. This guy said, did the Fed just drug the markets, pump and dump? They created an artificial bull run with printing and low rates. Then when everybody believed it and bought in, they crashed the markets. Someone tell me how this is different from the classic pump and dump scheme, crypto stocks. So we kind of anticipated, you know. M Crypto talked about it. Everybody was talking about markets have to crash. Like even we were looking at charts, like everything just goes up, right? And it cannot go up forever. It needs correct. Now we already knew, you know, we did these QE stimulus and stuff like that, and you know, rates being at zero, because once rates are zero, you cannot go minus, you know, minus. You can go for a little while into the minus rates, but you know, overall, eventually you have to, you know, pick the rates up because, you know, economy, right? So what's gonna happen on markets? You know, explode. Everybody bought a house, has a huge debt right now, need to pay some kind of annual market, right? And then economy starts crashing and they start kicking up interest rates. Pump and dump scheme. And don't tell me like they didn't know this is gonna happen. Like like I said last time, these people, the Fed, they got the smartest people in the world. They have so much money, they can hire anybody. And if they see some savant, some genius, mathematical, economical genius, they're gonna give him money and say, hey man, figure this one out, you know. And they have all the data, they have all the statistics, they know everything. So tell me this is not created. I don't know, man, I don't know. You know, this is definitely, you know, something has been going on in the background. I don't know what, you know, no conspiracy theories here on this channel, but to tell me that this, oh look at it, inflation suddenly came up, you know, we didn't know how this could happen, man. Oh yeah, unforeseen events. Come on guys, come on guys. Something big is happening, but we already knew that this is gonna come tumbling down. So, you know, I'm not really into these CPI numbers and stuff like that. I will do, you know, watch to see how this actually plays out, and if inflation is peaked or not, what's gonna happen. But I do expect markets to continue going towards the downside. There might be a slight pullback towards the upside, but overall, we still continue expecting the markets to go towards the upside. So what we are expecting over here is something like this to happen, of course. Yeah, this is getting posted a lot all over the place, so you know it fits right now towards downside. We talked about it, we talked about that, we talked about everything right now, and this is total lunar eclipse. We talked about that as well, but not right now. This moon stuff, I don't think we're gonna do that, and the rest we don't have much left to talk about. So guys, look at the blood blow. 72% on Luna right now on the downside. It is breaking everything I have on my chart. It really doesn't care about anything. This is not a normal dump on the downside where we just, you know, slowly sell, you know, try to find some kind of bottom where people are gonna start buying in or something like that. This just looks generally like a big dump. Now after 0.5, my next support level is 0.5. After 6.5, my next level is at 0.5. So like I said again, every time you buy, it can drop another 90% towards the downside, guys, right? So you think, you know, we are already down 95%. It can, when you buy, it can drop another 95% on the downside. Remember that, guys. It can always drop another 95% on the downside. So there is no such thing as, oh man, it's 90%, 95% down. It cannot go any lower. It can. It can always go lower, especially in this kind of situation. It can always go lower. That said, some other coins that are doing very, very badly, that's Ape coin over here. You'll see an Ape coin that, you know, after these levels down here at 10 11 bucks down here, when I'm moving towards downside, I could not find any kind of support beside these two levels. This was at 7.5, and right now we're hitting that support, you know, but after that, you know, it's down here at 5.2, and you know, beside this support, there is nothing down here. It's really hard to find where the support is for where support is for ApeCoin right now. Right now we are hitting this one, but I don't not, you know, if this continues tumbling towards downside, I'm not quite sure we're gonna hold this. We might go all the way down to some kind of 5 levels, and if we break them, then we got a price discovery on the downside. Where is the, you know, where we should be at? So right now ApeCoin is down 18%. Phantom, I heard also Phantom is correlated with Luna as well. Not quite sure how, but you know, it has been going inside this parabolic move towards downside, and right now I think it is increasing the speed towards downside as well over here. So it is going some kind of parabolic move towards downside, Phantom, and Phantom is just losing everything. Waves also, we talked about waves. Said that Waves might have a chance to pump up if Bitcoin goes up. Unfortunately, Bitcoin continues down and Waves have no more pressure towards the upside. It just lost all the selling, all the buying power, and right now is dumping downside as well. There is nothing actually that looks good right now on the charts. Everything else is down like minus 10%, just keeps on dumping. Normally dumping like 10 to 20% dumps on downside are normal dumps on downside. Not much is happening, right? That's what we are expecting to happen. And you know, that's normal. 70% dumps are not normal. So right now Luna going down 70%. You can see that that is not a normal dump. That is something really you know, wrong at the core level of Luna, right? That's something very wrong. The other thing is this Anchor protocol also down 66%. That's also not normal. 10 to 20% dump is normal. We are capitulation phase. That happens. 70 to 60% per day for 3 days straight, it's not normal. That's not normal. That's something very wrong with that coin. Beside that, all the other coins are holding well. A lot of stuff is dumping big time towards downside. That's normal. We are going through capitulation phase and so forth. There is one last thing we can check is the USD. Of course, this thing that's you know, losing its spec. Oh my god, I did not see this. Oh my, when did this happen, man? When did this happen? It started today at 7 a.m. today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, you thought 0.6 was bad. Oh my god. 70% down, 0.33. Oh my god. Been telling you to look at it. I'm sorry I did not read the chat. I'm sorry, but we finally got to USD as well. We finally got to free fall. This is bad. This is insane, man. This is so sad. Yeah, this is supposed to be a stable coin. It had all kind of mechanism around it to keep it level, and right now it's dumping and it's pulling Luna, pulling Anchor, pulling down DeFi's, because right now people are losing faith in the stable coins, right? People are losing faith, and when they see this happening, they're losing, you know, getting more fear, more FUD. more of, you know, panic in the markets, Bitcoin dropping more to the downside. If this is not capitulation phase, I do not know what capitulation looks like, guys. If this is not capitulation phase, I do not know what capitulation looks like. But this is definitely, you know, crashing big time towards downside. And I'm telling you guys, these are some smart people that have figured this out. You know, me and you know, we can, you know, figure out, if we buy, you know, 1,000 of USD and start selling a little bit, you know. No, these are people who've been making billions of money. They have a lot of smart people around them, you know, and they figured out, man, they know how the mechanisms work. They figured out how to, you know, take advantage of Luna and USD and, you know, make money off of that. And I'm telling you, if there's a will, there is a power. If there is money, there is of course smart people that are gonna be attracted to that money. Smart people can figure out everything, guys. That's why we like crypto, because there is a lot of smart people coming in and they want the price to go up. Unfortunately, bear markets, a lot of other shady operations are going on and they are trying to take advantage of the markets moving towards downside. So right now you are seeing the intelligent, genius, you know, genius minds at work doing what they do best, is, you know, stealing money, you know, free money. That's it. But eventually this bear phase will go over. This capitulation phase will go over. The geniuses, you know, the white geniuses, if you want to call them, not the white genius, but, you know, they're, you know, white hats, you know, whatever you want to call them, geniuses will come back into market. They will find other ways to, you know, stop this from happening again. They will find solutions to the problem. New technology will rise out of this, new ideas will come forward, and we'll, you know, have a nicer, better bull market next time. Again, guys, this is the capitulation phase. This is the last phase of the dump. Unfortunately, this goes towards downside. You know, everybody gets scared, everybody gets, you know, very, very scared. They don't know what's gonna happen, but this is the last phase. This is the ending, guys. This is it. After this, we go to the moon, guys. After this, we go to the moon. Where's the daily time frame up here? After this phase up here right now that's happening over here, we go to the moon. Okay, so we are gonna dump to some levels. We're gonna find some kind of, have some kind of accumulation phase. I think the accumulation phase is gonna last for, you know, 2-3 months or something like that. And after that, it's moon time. It's moon time. But right now, this is the worst phase, because this is, you know, dump that goes straight down. It can last for a month's time. I'm telling you, it can last for a month's time. So there is gonna be a lot of FUD, Take care, guys. Do not panic, you know, if you have been hodling and we're down 90% or something like that, right? There is a lot of FUD going on. You still haven't hit the like button. I see like 300 people in here and there's like 57 likes. What? I'm screaming to myself, man. I'm screaming to myself. Now, Tila, fast turn the chart upside down and help Luna. Okay, guys, that's been for today. We are at the end of the bear market. This is the last phase, the capitulation phase. After that, we're gonna go into the accumulation phase. The best phase of the entire market. This is the start of the bull market. Right after this is done, it's gonna last for a couple of months right now, and after that, that's gonna be fine. Dude, this is the end of civilization. Third World War just started. Nah, come on, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I gotta go. Hit the like button on the way out. If you're not subscribe to the channel. We're gonna do Bitcoin Daily tomorrow as well, and tonight there will be live show, so do make sure to hit that notifications on button and stuff like that, right? All and stuff like that. I'm sorry I haven't had that much time to read the chat, and I cannot stay longer, you know, wife is leaving, I gotta watch the kid. But besides that, thanks for everybody being in the chat. Let me see here. Make sure sells Citadel. Yeah, Citadel is doing that. Luna Soul, Bitcoin Reserve, think the project is dead. I don't know if project is dead. We'll see. So there has been a lot of chatting in the chat. I'm sorry I couldn't read the chat, you know, sometimes, you know, that happens. Been a nice day today. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys. Bye. Short everything, lol. Yeah, everything looks bad. By the way, let's look on this chart up here. 1 hourly chart. Let's see up here. Let's go to the 4 hourly chart. So yeah, we are still above this 30,000. But guys, if we start on the 4 hourly time frame, if you start closing below the level down here without any kind of divergence or anything like that on the downside, it just might continue dumping on the downside. Again, thanks for watching. Hit the like button on the way out. See you guys. Bye bye.